Hello guys, this is Minnie. As I wanted to do a new project with Scaledworld.net, um, the let some of you guys get in here. I do like the new feature on YouTube to where I can go back. I was having problems with you guys commenting as I was going live. I kind of want to refrain from answering questions and stuff like that as I build. That way, others that follow won't be distracted. I could try to stay on, I could try to stay on topic as I do these. But this right here is a new build coming in from Scaled World. I got a lot planned this year. I'm calling this year the Year of the Rabbit. I have several projects to build that I wanted to build for myself this year. They all happen to be the Revell Rabbit kit. There's some things I'm missing that I would love to add to my collection when I get down the road. But after looking at some of the Tamiya and Fujimi kits, I think I want to stick with all the Revell rabbits. Tamiya has a really neat looking race car rabbit kit out there, but as we know with the Tamiya kit, it ain't gonna have a motor. A lot of the stuff is molded in, so I'm thinking I would like to find it if I can find some more of the rabbit kits cheaper. I kind of want to build the race car version of the rabbit, and Daniel Mueller, a good friend of mine out of Germany, showed me a few more pictures of some MK1 designs. Like I have the Jetta two-door coupe body right now, and then he mentioned that the Jetta also had a convertible and a four-door version. So the resin bodies ain't cheap, but they were a decent casting, worth the money. So later on down the road, but I already got, we did the Rusty Rabbit already, and then we got the coupe, and then I was lucky enough, a viewer, a supporter of the channel, Thomas Hennessy, he sent me a regular rabbit, thinking maybe I could turn that into convertible, because I put a request for convertible out there, but I want to use it for a four-door. So yesterday, posted up on Facebook the four-door, just a tape off. Got some really great feedback from some of you guys. Some great pictures. Some great pictures from Pete, owner of Scaled World. So that project seems to be good. A lot of good information. But I want to dedicate Wednesdays on To Go YouTube. I really enjoyed the C1 Sunny build that we did for Scaled World, and Pete has been able to take it to a few shows this year. It's getting some great attention. D-Gone, which is part of Pete's club as well. He built a very, very nice one, and they've nicknamed the two together Apples and Bananas. So that's been a fun venture, not just for me, but also for Scaled World and the Diversified Scalers Model Club. They actually have a new show coming up in September. They'll have a new show coming up in September. It's going to be the 29th. It's in the same building that they do the NNL East in. Here is some of the themes that they're coming up with for this year's show. Main theme is All American Muscle Cars 67 through 72, which kind of sucks because all the Belvederes that we built last year, they don't qualify because there's 65 Belvederes, and this right here is 67 through 72s. But there's a lot of great subjects that you can build from 67 to 72. Revell has just re-released the Gran Torino, which is a 72. You guys could pick that up and build. And then the sub-theme is a Nissan Datsun Day, which the Sunny will be able to fit in there. There's Pete also did a really nice weathered Nissan Bluebird. Most of you guys know him as a Datsun 510s. So we can do that. And see this little cartoon skyline? I was approached by Pete at Scaledworld to do a collaboration build. He sent a few of these GTRs to a few of us, and we're all going to build them for Scaledworld. They're going to be debuted at this show in September. So my plate for my personal builds are full, and then my building projects for Scaledworld is, you guys should see some of the projects we're going to do for them. With this video feed on Scaledworld Wednesdays, we have selected a quick few more information for you guys on the show. Like I said, you only have a handful of guys in this club. This ain't like a club with 50, 60 members. You're talking less than 12 members that put this show on, guys. From beginning to end, it's family, it's friends, it's competition, it's some vendors, and it's great fun. You guys can contact George Ramos, also great close friend of mine. George is, you guys have seen me and George do plenty of stuff together. Contact George Ramos, and there's some information right there. Some great pictures over there on the Facebook. Their Vision 124 is on Instagram. You can go over there and check them out too. So I'll hold that right there for you guys for a little bit. For the work for the Scaledworld Wednesdays, what I'm going to do is just have projects like we did the C1 Sunny, where we just sit down, we build. And with the new feature from YouTube, I can come back and answer your guys' questions later. I kind of want to do, after talking with Pete on projects, because he'll link this build up to scaledworld.net. I'll have a video folder on my page of what we're doing. So today, with being the introduction, we're going to build this 2009 Challenger, and with this kit, guys, we've got a ton of stuff to do from across the globe. We have parts from Japan coming in here. We have some photo etch stuff from Hobby Design, which is out of Japan. We have C1 products from Germany. We have a buckeye scale model accessories from Michael Newport, a set of custom wheels. We have tons of parts from Clearly Scale from Jeremy John. We got stuff from C1, Chris Hales, just a bunch of people that support a lot of what I'm building here on my bench. All stuff that you guys can buy too, with the exception of I'm going to do my own twist to the things on here to make this my own build. And the own build for SeaWorld. I want to be in Florida. It's so cold here in the Midwest today. For Scaledworld. So let's look over some of the stuff that we've gotten for the kit. We're going to start off with the Revell. We're starting off with the Revell Dodge Challenger. It's a nice kit within itself. I'm not going to do an unboxing. There's plenty of unboxings there. But what we're going to do is, as we progress, I'm going to build this one here a little quick once the weather starts warming up. It's a nice basic build, unlike the sunny where we had to transfer body parts and create an engine bay. Basically what we did with this project is we teamed up with C1 Buckeye scale models. You know, we have all the parts for this one are here and in hand. Speaking of Buckeye scaled, we got these set of wheels in. They are offset. I can adjust the width of the back wheels if I want to, but they're resin centers with polished aluminum rings. They're actually 2-part wheel, Aeroshima tires. Michael Newport does a great job over there at Buckeye Scaled. Pete saw the centers, and we went from there, and Michael Newport built the rings, and we added the tires and stuff to it. Just a great set of wheels. Michael Newport does some great stuff, guys. You can find him on Facebook, Wheel Warehouse, or you can go into Michael Newport, or you can check this place out. Michael has made me a custom set of wheels for a late model Fox body Mustang. These are the Revell factory wheels that he lipped out for me. They're too shallow, and you can see how they're staggered and everything, because I'm building a 79 Fox body Mustang Cobra. Very neat kit, and these will be going on them. So they're not cheap. Michael uses aluminum blocks, and he totally turns all these. These were $55. If I was to let you know the price, these were $55. But well worth it. You guys seen the pictures I posted up last week promoting Scaledworld Wednesdays. So these are great. I've already added some stuff to it playing around, guys. I got ahead of myself before I decided to make us a Scaledworld Wednesday thing. Pete is doing a great job with promoting your guys' builds and putting your builds up there, but we need you guys to send your information in, your pictures. Make sure you have clean pictures. This is something that I am passionate about building. I love to do stuff for Pete and Scaledworld. It gives me an opportunity to access resin kits like the C1 models kit. It will come with the rear fin. It comes with side scoops and some other stuff, and you get the Liberty Walk. You'll get the Liberty Walk decals with these. If you guys can't see that, Liberty Walk decals. And but then this right here is you can find this on C1 models. Depending upon where you are in the world, the price varies on this. So I'm not going to let you guys know what we've paid for it, because it might be different for you guys that live in Japan or what have you. So your currency is different. We have to do a change of currency to buy these from Chris Hales, but it's a super great kit, very cool. Stuff that we've added to it, you see there's the decal we show, and you can see the wide body. We went a different way than Chris's picture, but nonetheless, he has a great kit here. The Hobby Design photo etch that we got. Some of your Hobby Design photo etch stuff is cheap, and some of it is well, it's all relatively inexpensive, less than $25 shipped from Hobby Design for this, but you can see it gives us the 2.1 Hemi, windshield wipers, the brakes, the belts, even now the windshield wipers is going to be hell on this set. Some of the other model car garage set, you just fold it over, it's all there, you're done. This right here, you have the arm, you have the keep, which helps if you're on the real car, it helps keep it, go like this. And then you have the blade. I don't know if we'll use this Photo X wipers or not. I'm just saying they look crazy. And then what we really liked about this is it has a film over it. Most other Photo X is just on a frat. And if you guys notice, these right here have a film to keep everything together, keeps it from getting scorn. So you're actually paying for good Photo X. You're not just buying something, and it's not a cheap bendy Photo X. It has some restraint to it, but it gives you the grill, a grill surrounding, hood vents. This right here are for your radiators. You actually get both sides to build a better looking radiator. Then you get all the a lot more little emblems. We don't know at this point if I want to go smooth or if we'll use some of these emblems, but I was lucky enough. That Mark Andrews from People's Choice model car auctions from Facebook actually picked up 2 more 2009 Challengers for some more projects down the road. So we'll put that back in the bag. When it's all said and done, just with buying the kit, and this is no shipping cost. After buying this kit, the clearly scale resin stuff, the C1 stuff, the wheels, and this Photo X stuff, we haven't bought no paint or nothing yet. We're looking at like $200 worth of stuff just to go in here. There is that much stuff on the internet available for this Revell kit that we have picked up. This right here is a chassis. So you could tub the chassis, put bigger wheel. Let me get back in camera. Bigger chassis to put, to tub it out. Look at the great detail that is coming from Jeremy John up there. He didn't remove anything to get the deep well. Everything got back in here, so it's not like you got a tubbed out rear frame, but yet you lost the detail. So that's there. And then within the instructions for Clearly Scale, it shows you, how to line everything up, and he's taken the time to line everything up for you. And some good, little bit of good read there. But we don't know if we're going to use this piece on this one. We just acquired all the parts for it. This rear subframe was donated to the project by George Ramos of Vision 124. So that's that on that. It's one thing to see a bunch of people have stuff online for sale, for a project. It's another thing to get the idea to do the project using their stuff, and then to lead from it and into what we're going to do here for Scaledworld. We also picked up the Clearly Scale 6.4 Hemi. And then this right here is just a ton of parts we got to dig through, paint up, have fun with, and then again instruction sheets like that. I posted up some stuff, some information on the rabbits that I'm doing, and some of you guys had shared your dislikes about, the time it takes to get your product from some of these vendors that we're mentioning. But Chris Hales and Jeremy John, C1 and Clearly Scale, they're both family man. They have regular jobs, so sometimes they've both shared stuff with me of products in the works that ain't out yet. You know, I try to keep in touch with both of them. I love using their products. I love sharing their company's name out there. You know what I mean? I don't get nothing in return. I'm not paid by either one. I just enjoy them. I enjoy what they do for the hobby. And it is one setback that we have to wait for stuff to come back in stock, or that shipping may take longer than what we've expected as the consumer. But you also got to take an effect that, you know, they're raising families, they're working regular jobs to put their spare time into our hobby. So sometimes you know, it's conflicting. You can't please everybody every day, but to the same point, we're a model building community. We're not trying to get this motor in. I bought it Wednesday. I want it Saturday. I want the car built on Monday. You know, in reality, a lot of us ain't building that fast. Order it when you see it in stock. Work on something else till it comes there. It does suck that you pay, you know, you pay $20 for a motor and it takes you a month to get. But when you get product like this that's taped to the card, I don't have no flash to clean up. You know what I mean? There's some things that might need to be paid attention to get the fitment right. But as of to get the clearly scale stuff, and you know, it's worth the wait. Jeremy John from Clearly Scaled. Anytime I've had issues with anything or a question with anything, he answers my emails quick. He's replaced stuff for us pretty quick. You know, he's gone out of his way for me, for John over at Gap Hill Speed Shop. You know, so I'm not the only one that feels that the product is worth the wait. But as long as you have good communication, you know, sometimes we're just so busy. You know, we have other things. Look how far along I took off through the wintertime working on the figures. You know what I mean? Sometimes we have different things going on. So keep that in mind and in consideration. No disrespect. We're all entitled to our opinions. But that's just, you know, unforeseen stuff that we don't, you know, look at towards the consumer versus the provider. And then, like I said, just within the kit, you know, just the regular Revell kit in there. But what we've done, we've also used the Clearly Scale hood. We went with the Clearly Scale hood versus this hood. But what's great, like I was saying, the hobby design stuff. You know, you get those. This right here is even photo etched for this hood here. I've really been thinking about cutting this hood up and putting it into something else. So it was great to see Hobby Design put the little pieces of photo etch in there. So we'll see what that does. And then we've used a Clearly Scale rear bumper, but I've customized it for my own already. I widened it. It's set in a little bit, but I made it a little bit wider. Then the C1 kit comes with this rear fin. It comes with the body flares. I've added the body flares. I've already cut the panels to fit the wheels and tires that me and Pete have chosen. They have a front dam from Clearly Scale we've used, along with the Clearly Scale hood, like I've mentioned. And this is the start of... This is the start. If you guys noticed, I've already filled in the front bumper working on this right here. Because we didn't use the C1 lower valance that's on this box here, I have to do some fitment up, because you see how it cuts short on the C1 right here. We actually went with the wider fin, so I have to do a little bit of filling and stuff right here. But this right here was just a rough cut. Before I approached Scaledworld about doing this project with him, he had already had the lower pieces on, the bumpers cut and on, and then what I did is detached them and redid it, and then I did my own thing. We're going to make this smooth. From the clearly scale rear filler, it comes out and then it has a diffuser built into it, and I just cut right down the center. I brought it out further. I wanted it wider, and I sanded it all off so that way it's all nice and smooth coming out of there. We're just going to keep on going with it as we go through it. I wanted to give you guys today the introduction. This whole rear bumper piece is separate. This whole front nose piece is separate from the kit. So I glued all that in. It's all been smoothed off and sanded so that way it's all smooth in one piece. And then the grill has been cut out and opened up. You know, we're just doing some stuff. And then on the front bumper, like I said, I added in the fog lights. And I added in the fog lights and did all that. So my projection for the Scaledworld Wednesday is every Wednesday, work on this for Scaledworld. I kind of want to make it a quick build because, like I said, Pete has reached out to some of us with that GTR build. I had already started it. I had already had plans to start this. If it seems like I'm not making good progress on here, I might try to do the Skyline build alongside this one. But I'd started with this. I want to make this my Scaledworld Wednesday project. If I veer off of this, every Wednesday will still be dedicated to Scaledworld for the rest of the year. For the rest of the year, I'll be on Scaledworld Wednesdays. I wanted to start this at the beginning of the year, but I was just, dude, I was into those figures. and I apologize. It's something that I didn't burn myself out already. The temperature is warming up. I've gotten a lot of ideas that have been popping up. So every Wednesday, I'm going to bring to you guys Scaledworld Wednesday. I'm going to leave you guys open with this question. Would it be best if I go just until I'm bored, until my battery runs down, or should we do like hour 2, hour and a half segments or something like that? You know, I understand you guys got your own projects going. I kind of want to do it live. It's easier for me versus editing and all this other program, because I do everything from my phone. So let's see. As of right now, I just want to introduce the kit. I don't have no idea of where to go working on it, but you can see the ample of stuff coming across. Every Clearly Scale has a page on Facebook. C1 has a page on Facebook. Hobby Design has a page on Facebook. You guys can maybe, if there's enough interest in it and enough volume in it, John Stanfield from Gap Hill Speed Shop, he talks directly with the guys from Hobby Design, and maybe if there's a large enough order, John has access to order direct from Hobby Design, and you guys might be able to get together and get a cheaper rate. I don't order enough. I talk to the guys from Hobby Design quite often, but they offer a lot more stuff than I care to get into. Some great products, don't get me wrong, some great products, but their focus is a lot of European supercars. You know, they offer a lot of stuff like that. And then they have some upscale stuff for, you know, motorcycles and stuff. They got Hobby Design has all kinds of great features. out there. And what I was really liked about this set that me and Scaledworld are going to use for this is the protection and the extra way they went about shipping and packaging this. Ziploc. There's a coating on, it's like a double vacuum packed sheet over the photo etch, so it's not going to get any blemishes. It's not going to get bent. Snagged on stuff. How many of you guys gotten stuff from Model Car Garage or something and it's bent? I know I have. So let's see. And then, in case you guys haven't followed yet, let's mock up. Let's mock up our build right here. I want to give you guys another shout out and some information. I came across a subscriber of mine left a comment maybe about 7 months ago, 8 months ago. So I added him to, and he really didn't post much. He don't have many videos on YouTube. Then all of a sudden he posted a video up. He's got what is a podcast. You guys see me talk about the last couple of days on Facebook. His name is Edgar. I really enjoy the podcast. Like Scaledworld, where Pete is going. Pete has made a web page for you guys to submit your own products, to submit car hobby shows and stuff like that to promote the hobby community. Well, Edgar has a podcast where he talks about model car stuff, model car community. Edgar is from California. Basically, he's surrounded by some of the best lowrider model car builders. He is part of Masterpiece's Car Club. If you guys know who Masterpiece is, it's Armando, and he has always part of Lifestyle, the Real Car Club Lifestyles, and then Mondo's always built their cars in scale. Part of Jeffries, if you guys know Jeffries and watch Jeffries builds, you guys know Jeffries is a hell of an artist. He is part of the Masterpieces too, and the Edgar's podcast is pretty good. He spends several times talking about himself and the history in it. I really enjoyed it. I've been sharing a few ideas with him over the week, and hopefully you guys will be able to tune in. I got it free from Cash Pod or something. It was just an app. So I got that there, but he's on Instagram. It's called Scale Riders. It's called Scale Riders. You guys can find him on YouTube, Instagram. I think he's 65 Lokes. And on the podcast stuff, it's Scale Riders. So he goes over some stuff. Like you said, he's only 4 or 5 cast in, but it's great to talk to and stuff. Here's a quick look at where the Challenger is going to be headed. And me and Pete, he gives me full range. Pete from Scaledworld says just do whatever you want to do to it, and so I have free range to manipulate this. I don't want to use the word molest with all the sexual charges being thrown across the world nowadays. I mean, like Bill Cosby, senators. I mean, everybody seems to be a sexual predator now. So we won't say molest the plastic no more. We're going to say I can do whatever I want to it. So it just got a mean look and a mean stance. And it's just going to be a killer build. Still don't know what we're going to go, which direction we're going to go to on it. Let me show you guys the other project that Scaledworld wants to do. We're going to do, Scaledworld purchased the C1 VW Caddy for me. So I can do that inside my Year of the Rabbit build. That will be a Scaledworld Wednesday build when I get to it. Then I'm lucky enough that Scaledworld asks me to do the Liberty. I got version 2. I don't know what version John has over there at Gap Hill Speed Shop, but Tom Ritter just posted up over on Scale, the Scale Modeling channel on here on YouTube and on Facebook. He's got version 1. I have version 2 of this kit. Tom Ritter is going to do a hell of a job. If you guys never seen Tom's builds are just immaculate and beautiful. I think they're the same kits, different box art. We're going to be doing this one too for Scaledworld. So I can't wait to get to that. I have a set of 81 factory 81 wheels that I'm going to use. Matter of fact, I know Scaledworld is watching right now, and like I said, guys, I want to focus this basically on my builds. I can have the opportunity to answer your questions now, the way YouTube has let me go back through it. So I'm sorry I'm not answering your questions on the live feed. I will come back and try to address them for you guys. I see the comments being posted up. I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to focus on this. But we have a set of factory 81 wheels. These are, if you go over to factory 81, these are $20 US. Not as nice as these wheels are, because of the way these are set up. But I wanted to see this, Pete. I didn't set this up yet on anything. Guys, you're seeing this as I'm doing it. I haven't sized these up yet. They're not as big as the Buckeye scaled stuff. Now those are killer. Little wide, but man, they're killer. That back, I wonder if, see, this is what I like about doing stuff and not being stuck with an owner wanting me to build it a certain way. I can do my own thing through it. If the lips were just a little bit wider, I am blessed to have a full package of Scaledworld.net decals, guys. These are custom made for Scaledworld. Now the diversified scalers, they have their own decals too, which I would love to get, just because Scaledworld is part of the diversified club. But I'm thinking if I cut just the Scaledworld.net out, put them in the lip of that wheel. Oh man. Ideas. We got plenty of stuff to do for Scaledworld, guys. Pete has been more than patient with me on some of the projects that we have talked about. We have the C1 Honda Civic that we're going to do. We got this Skyline that we're going to do. We got this. I got the C1 Caddy truck. You know, there's plenty to do over here. But I also got a second project in. Well, I say second project. I've already named off 5. But Pete picked up. We're going to do another rebuild. Pete knows I enjoy doing the rebuilds. Just to see what somebody else had, and then to see what we can create out of it. Pete picked me up this Toyota Supra. It's a built, you know, and it's just a glue bomb. He picked it up. He said it's mostly complete. It's not in bad shape, and Pete knows what I can save and what I would use for parts. So not only did he send me this, but dude, look what I got. I gotta get it out of my safe. I got the Zoom On garage. It's got the hood, it's got wing spoiler, bucket seats. It's got the bucket seats, steering, TDR steering steel. I bet they meant to say steering wheel. Strut bar. Let's check out this, because this is the introduction to Scaledworld Wednesday. I didn't put down it was Challenger Pacific, but I could show you guys what kind of stuff we're working with for Scaledworld. One thing I want to point out, you guys that have this Liberty Walk kit, that Nissan that GTR that we're going to build for Scaledworld, if you guys got that kit yet, that has to be the biggest box I have in my stash. That thing is thick. Alright, and look how Zoom On, they got this chrome stamp. Make sure I didn't open it up upside down. And then it shows you all this stuff that comes with it. And then I really like that diffuser. And I like how everything is added on to the kit. You know, you really don't have to have a lot of stuff modified. With the C1 stuff, you guys seen that when we did the C1 Honda Civic, that you had to actually have to cut off a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's good. It's good, Pete. I have it. No, there's no problem. It has some neat stuff in here. So if you guys was ever questioning getting something from Zoom On makes full kits. They have some really neat kits that we can't get in plastic. The newer style Honda Civic. They even got the spoon version for the Honda Fit. Just go over to Zoom On Models and check out a lot of stuff that they have. And then the strut bar is just sick in here. So I spent some time to look at it and the way everything is packaged and everything. The only thing that we have to cut out is we're going to have to cut out the hood. But what is different than most... Oh, no, we don't. We don't have to cut out the hood. I forgot. I'm going to have to do some fitting issues with it, but that's because whoever built it, you know, the motor, some of this motor stuff is up too high. And that's why... some of this motor stuff is sticking up too high. That's why I've told you guys a lot of times in a lot of my videos, test fit, test fit, test fit. Because if you spent the money on a kit like that, you don't want it sitting on the table, you know, with the hood setting up and stuff like that. If you guys notice a lot of my builds too, I hinge my hoods. It's just how I always feel, you know what I mean? But man, it came with the photo etch. It comes with another set of the TDR style wheels. And tires. Love these tires. These tires are just sick. The TDR seats. And then here's the wing Pete had mentioned. It's got a little break in it. But that's okay. I'll clean it all up and everything. And then another thing I like about Zoom On is if you look inside here, see the screen, and look how much screen they sent. I mean, that's going to go for more than one build. You know what I mean? That's going to be way, you know, the metal exhaust, big old fart can on it, the seat belts, and then look, you guys can go to Zoom On Models and check this out, and I really, really enjoy this. This is going to help out a lot. A lot of you guys have mentioned the fact about the chrome pins not being really worthy, you know, or whatnot. It gives you the plan. It gives you the plan to cut out the screen for the hood. That's cool too. But they sell metal. They sell metal emblems, and they're chrome plated. Look at the little Toyota. It has devil horns on it. Is that sick? And then they're all sticky back, so you can pull them off and put them on there. But if you go over to Zoom On, they have all different stuff for Ford. I don't know what I got on that. I was out here looking at this stuff the other day, but they have Ford, Subaru. They have all kinds of these emblem transfers. And I really like that. Look how, that's a good looking chrome for the mirror. You know, look, you can see the reflection of my phone and stuff as I'm turning it. You know, that's righteous right there. Along with all the photo etch fret that it's got. And then again, see how the wipers on here. There's just some of the stuff is just unbelievable. But let me show you the strut bar. If I had a 3D printer, guys, the kind of stuff that we see out there now is all great and all, but man, I would be after some of the smaller stuff. I can't even see what I do with that package now. I put it up already. And I like how everything is separately packaged. But look at this strut bar. It's flimsy as all get out, but look how detailed that is. That is sick. And then what I'll do is once you glue it into place, once you glue it down into place, I'll put a little bit of heat to it, like hot water or whatnot, once I know where it's got to go, what part of the motor it's got to go over, and then it'll be alright. And then, like I said, the rear diffuser is going to be sick too, because you put that on there like that. It's just going to be right, dude. That's going to be sick. So now he sent me, I got a whole nother Supra kit also, that we might do another version for later on. But right now we really wanted to do, Pete wants, you know, we're going to do a rescue. We're on a rescue mission with this one. Like I said, you'll go to shows sometimes and you'll see some of these built-ups. Walking across the table, somebody might overlook this because it's not something they can pick up and put on the shelf if they were looking for a quick pickup, you know, just to fill in their collection. But if you look at parts-wise, I love these tires. I use these tires all the time just to make my own low profile. You got a set of wheels that ain't bad looking. You got a fin. You got seats. And then with the Tamiya kit, you know, it actually has got the 2JZ in it. And what I'm going to do is I have the older Supra. I have the older style Supra 2 that I might try to take to the two different body styles. I might try to take the 2JZ out and might try to cast it so that way I could put it in this one too. This right here, I've always liked the older Supra, this style here, over this one, because when this came out, man, it just got flooded, and I kind of like the rarity of the 92 style Supra. yeah, so guys, yeah, guys, I want to, as much support as we give each other here on YouTube, and with the process that Scaledworld is trying to do with you guys and for you guys, let's go show scale writers some interest. And you know, you guys either just go sub his channel, go like his Facebook page, sit down and listen to the podcast. It was pretty enjoyable. Listen to him. He's got a mellow voice, so I can just turn it on, get to the bench and start working on stuff. Fairly great listening. And as the show grows, he's going to do more. He's going to get more involved with the community, and we'll see the progression of his venture into the hobby. You know, he might not be offering an outlet for all of us, but at least it's good listening. It's controlled back base to the hobby. And the guys that he's in the club with are some awesome modelers. Armando Flores. You got, like I said, Jeffries. You know, just some great people. And yeah, there's some hell of builders too. So, well, I think today the introduction has went great. I've gotten to handle and talk to you guys about the projects and process that we want to do. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for your time today. Thank you for all the support you guys give, not just me, but to scaledworld.net. Let's not forget, right here is where you guys can go. I'm going to take the camera stand up right now. Right here is where you guys can go to submit your stuff. Don't forget, you always, you guys can go there and look, and just look and see what's going on in the community, see what some other people are building. But then you can also, you know, see pictures on Instagram. You got Facebook, but here, don't be shy to put in your own stuff. If it don't go up right away, again, back to like what we was talking about, Jeremy John and Chris Hales with C1 and Clearly Scale. Pete also is a family man. Pete also has 2 full-time jobs, so if it don't get posted up right away, just be patient. Like they say, the greatness comes to those who wait. So just, you know, don't be overzealous and thinking that you know, were forgotten about or anything like that. It just, sometimes we're involved in other things that are more important. I do want to give a shout out again to the Diversified Scalers. Guys, the Diversified family got together and they sent me one hell of a nice gift. It came all the way from, I think, the Czech Republic or Russia. Let me put this C1 stuff up. Make sure. One thing about resin, guys, it is fragile, so you want to make sure you keep it protected. Sometimes people are overzealous with something, and when it breaks, they want to blame the production of the cast. But resin itself is fragile. It's not like plastic. Resin will break before it bends. Not to say it doesn't warp, but I'm saying bending. So, you know, you run over a piece of plastic with the wheel of your chair, you may or may not be able to put it back in shape. You run over resin with the chair of your wheel, and you have 15 pieces. So, we'll get that out of the way. Diversified Scalers, guys, sent me a really neat sticker for the top of my bench. I've been using last year's card. George sent me a few of these cards. Like, I got a few of the cards for this year already too. But last year, George sent me a few of these cards, and I passed them out at my local show in June. So I cut this one up, but now they actually sent me a for real deal sticker, and it's the perfect size. So I really thank them for that. So now I could put that under the glass to give these guys a great shout out. Don't forget, these guys are on Facebook, Instagram. George has a channel here on YouTube, Vision124. And then the gift that they sent me is sent me a little note. It says, "Hope all is well with you and the family. Here's a little gift from the Diversified Scalers. Hope you will enjoy a small token for your friendship and all you do for us and the hobby." So that was great. But look at this. It's from All Models. It's from All Models. And it's got a nifty little crate in it. So I'm thinking, I don't build military stuff. George knows I don't build military stuff. But what the heck is this? And so my interest to open it up. And then when I opened it up, man, this is a kick tool. Now, it's not a hobby knife. And it's even stamped in there. It's even stamped in there, All Models. But the writing that's on the box, I don't know where the box is now. But the writing on the box, it's all in Czech. So. But it's a scriber tool. So, you look at it. And then, I can't wait to use this because we're sanding down. You know, as you sand down all the lines to get the mold lines off of the cars and stuff, this right here is a tool that I can go back in there instead of using a hobby knife. You know, you go back in there and you'll be able to follow it, and then it's going to turn around and rescribe it for you. And then it has all those little attachments, so that way, you know, I can get the gap, you know, tuned in. You know, these are for turns, because you got a straight scriber like that right there. When you go to make your turns, it might not make it the way you need it to. So it has all the different tips. So I want to find the box for you guys, but it is from a company called All Models. And it come in this nifty little case. But the box was all Czech. If I'm not mistaken, guys, go to International Scale Modelers on Facebook or on the web and go over there and check it out, see if there's more information. I believe I might have seen this on a Friday live show one day. Now I can't remember. On the Friday live show that ISM do, Timothy Ivets, each week he does his own
Call from Kansas City, MO.
Somebody's calling me.
Call
And
from
then
Kansas City, MO.
okay, yeah, like
Call
sorry about the
from
phone, guys.
Kansas City, MO.
They might have more information, but on a Friday,
Call from
Timothy
Kansas
Ivets
City, MO.
does his own well, they do what's coming soon. And I believe this is it. And that's another thing. They're a great supporter of their community too. It's right here, International Scale Modeler, and then the UMP guys. UMP is where I buy my tape, my Alzu tape. I just happen, they're all loose. It's 6 sizes. They're all loose. But I just buy them, put them in this right here, so that way I don't have to go and look for them. So they're, and then again, you know, they're in the UK, so when I buy from them, they'll fill my order quick, but it takes a while for this to get here. So, and then the putty I've been using, I wanted to tell you guys too while I was on here. I'm using this Kimbai stuff. Will Patterson, he just posted up his review of this, and he has a whole review of different putties. You guys can go over there and check out Will Patterson's page. Full information that guy is, and then he talks about sprue glue and all that stuff. But we'll be using this putty here all throughout this. So let's give you guys an outro picture. Spend a whole hour about nothing. That's what I do here at Mr. Mini Dreams. So hopefully next Wednesday we'll be able to actually do some building. Like I said, first thing I did is got all the resin on here. So what I'll do, you can get this putty right here from most automotive places. It's an air dry. I just put it down on a piece of paper. I use an old card, like a debit card or a clock-in card, old gift card or something like that. And then you just smooth it into place. It's all over this right now because this was a coupe. I made a rear window for it. And then, you got to fill in all the gaps, make sure all the gaps and everything is right. So I'm going to, sand all this down. And you can see I've already sanded it down over here. It gets super smooth. We used it on the Sunny build that Scaledworld already has. No shrinkage. It's just a great little thing. So we're going to keep Scaledworld Wednesdays focused on Scaledworld. And hopefully if I have time or if I have something to keep you guys updated throughout the week, I'll make another go live here again. But for the most part, every Wednesday, I don't know the time frame, depend upon things I have going on. I usually do some treatments on Wednesdays and Fridays. So I usually come home and take a nap after I do that. It's kind of wears me out. But we'll try to get on here at a good, decent time of the day. So, guys, thank you. This is what we're going to do. It's a great looking kit. It has some great accessories. Again, go check out C1. See if this body kit is in your price range. See if it's something that you would like to use. Go to Clearly Scale. They offer a lot of stuff for this car. See if there's something there that sparks your interest. He has different hoods, different bumper valances. There's wheels. He's got the Hellcat version coming. You can actually, I believe, pre-order it now, but I don't think it'll be ready to ship until like the end of May, 1st of June. I might be wrong. Don't hold me to that. But go over there to Clearly Scale and check that out. Go over to Hobby Design, guys. Check out what they have. They have stuff from aftermarket wheels, seats, steering wheels, turbos, a ton of photo etch. So go over and check out Hobby Design, see what they have. Don't forget Scaledworld. There's so much great stuff to go visualize over there at Scaledworld. I think within the last 2 weeks, Pete's put up 20 new builds. So there's always new stuff going on. Check out the Gap Hill Speed Shop Skyline build that Pete got from John. Man, he's opened it all the way up. It's full of detail. Just a lot of really nice builds coming. It's, I went from a quantity builder to a quality builder. So when I would build 15-20 cars a year, I might get down to 4 or 5 now because of the level of detail I'm going in. So being able to go to Scaledworld and watch what you guys are doing is actually motivating for a builder like me that are going more in depth now. Instead of building every kit that Hobby Lobby stocks, now I'm building kits that I find that more or less just interest me. And So, you know, I run out of inspiration. I myself run out of ideas sometimes. So being able to go to a place like Scaledworld and seeing the product that you guys are letting Scaledworld put up there for us to see, because some of us don't live near each other. Like, I build alone down here. You know, I use the internet to build with friends, and you know, I got one show a year I get to go to in June. You know, due to family. Some of you guys know my family history. Some of you guys that are close to me know what I battle with on the day to day. I can't get to some shows, but it's great to have Scaledworld because every day I can go there and feel like at a model car contest. I can see what you guys are doing. You know, so please contribute to Scaledworld. I'm just lucky enough to be close friends with Pete, that I get selected to do special projects like this with him. I'm not the only one that does this with Pete, but without your guys' contribution to the website, you would not be able to do this project with Pete. It would just be something that I would do, send back to Pete, and it just be there. At least with scaledworld.net, you know, we can see what you guys are doing. You guys can see what we're doing. You guys can find new builders to follow. You guys can get inspiration from new builds. You know how many times I looked at this kit at Hobby Lobby and thought, nah, I don't want it. Then the Kit Foos kit came out. No, I don't want it. And then see one made this body kit, and I told Pete, I said, man, that's a killer set. And the next thing I know, me and Pete started, you know, picking up ideas, picking up parts, getting this kit together. And don't forget also, Scaledworld has also started doing kit reviews. So if there's a kit out there you guys might have been wanting, couldn't decide on what you wanted to get it for, whether it be for the wheels or be for a body kit, you know, Scaledworld has some kit reviews up there now. You guys can go over there, and before you spend $55 on the Liberty Walk kit from Aeroshima, go over there and look at the review of the kit. You know, this kit, there's several reviews up there before, you know, and that's one thing to help you. Pete has taken his time to purchase the kit. He's taken the time to break the kit down, take the photos, and then post it up to Scaledworld, just so you guys can either make a decision before you buy it, whether the money spent on that is going to be worth it, or if you guys should go somewhere else. And any build is welcome. There's no discrimination on age, build type. You know, there's lowriders on there, there's rat rods on there, there's bombs on there, there's motorcycles. You know, it's all about the scale model car hobby. You know, I've taken a sidestep last year and the beginning of this year doing the figures. Still got a lot of support from Pete on what I was doing. You know, every now and then you just need a little break. But the Scaledworld.net, the art of Scaledworld, is there for you guys to not have to wait for a magazine, not have to wait for a model car show, not happen to wait for somebody to share your picture on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. This is your guys' chance to get the coverage that, you know, you see a lot of people like Tom Kern get. You know, some of the great big builders that you always see in Scale Auto, Model Cars magazines. You know, this is your guys' turn to showcase your stuff around the world without having to wait for a monthly subscription. You don't have to buy into it. It's there. It's free. It's always on 24/7. You don't have to look for your magazine to find a reference picture. You know, Scaledworld is there in more ways than one. And so I'm proud to be part of Scaledworld. I'm proud to be friends with the guys from Diversified Scalers. And I'm also proud to be someone that you guys in the community I guess I've had builders say look up to. I'm just one man on one bench that's full of crap, and that enjoys building and enjoy seeing this hobby grow and seeing what you guys do too. So take advantage of Scaledworld. I mean, it is there. There's no, well, we're looking for this and we're looking for that. There's publications that seek other people out, and what do you think happens to the other people? We get overlooked. So make sure that you guys understand that Scaledworld is for all of us. It's not for a great builder. It's not for a museum builder. It's not for the one guy that can put $500 into real metal stuff. We've seen some wicked awesome builds, and this is for you. You want to get your 6-year-old son into building? Go to Hobby Lobby, take your 40% off coupon, grab that 2018 Mustang, let him put it together, send pictures to Scaledworld. You guys all have a great day. Pay attention to what's going on in the world and realize you're a lot safer on the bench. So, you guys have a great day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Let's remember on Wednesdays, Scaledworld Wednesdays, will be here. And I don't know a time frame, but I'll do what I do, and you guys can always come back out. Everything goes public. So if you guys miss an episode, I'm going to start a folder just like I did for the C1 build. I think I have a folder, I have a library folder set up for the BRZ rebuild, and I think there's a few others over there too that you guys can see other projects that we've done for Scaledworld. And like I say, as soon as this is done, and as soon as the Liberty Walk is done, you guys that get to show on the East Coast will be able to see these cars in public, in person, just like the C1 Sunny, the Subaru BRZ, the Volkswagen Rabbit. What else did we do, Pete? We did the Honda S2000. It's just been loads of fun working with Scaledworld. The opportunity to build some of this stuff that I wouldn't be able to get locally here has just been awesome. It's been a great adventure. But like I said, it's only being supported by you guys and your guys' involvement as well. So, scaledworld.net. You guys have a great weekend. See you next Wednesday.